Hi everybody, what's up? It's William from Rocket Zero and welcome to another pixel art tutorial. In this pixel art tutorial, we're going to be building Bebop, I think that's how you say his name, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was designed by the description down below. So what do we need for this pig? We need some red wool, white wool, gray wool, light gray wool, purple wool, white stained clay, light gray stained clay, black wool, yellow wool, and also just regular clay. But we'll get that when we need it. Let's line up as we always do. And we're going to begin with 1, 2, 3, 4 white wools, and then on the top we're going to place 4 red wools, and then 2 red, 1 white, and on this side we're going to place 2 white wools, 1, 2. Awesome. We're going to grab our black wool, we're going to place 1 block, and then next to it with our gray wool we're going to place 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, and then in here we're going to place 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up top we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to grab our black wool and it's going to go right here. Then gray wool, right below it we're going to grab our white wool. We're going to place another white wool, or black wool, I'm sorry. And now next to this black we're going to go back to our gray wool and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4. And then up top here we're just going to move it all the way to the right until it stops 1 block short. And then black wool again, and this time it's only going to be 3 blocks over gray wool, so 1, 2, 3. White wool goes right below this guy, and then red wool, then 4 blocks of red wool, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to grab our white wool and replace 1, 2, and then 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. So make sure you guys have this so far. This is going to be Bebop's legs and shoes. And now, right here, what we're going to do is that we're going to grab our light gray wool, or just our light gray wool, and we're going to place 3 blocks. I thought it was dark gray wool, but no, just our light gray wool. After that, we are going to go grab our white stained clay, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, and then black wool, black wool, black wool. And starting here, we're going to grab a red wool, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1 more black wool on top of this line of red. So make sure you guys have this so far. Pause it if you guys need to. Now we're going to grab our light gray wool and we're going to place 1, 2, and then 2 blocks go here. We're going to switch over to our white wool and we're going to place 1, 2, and then 3 blocks on the top. 1, 2, 3. Right here, we're going to grab our white stained clay and we're going to place 2 blocks, 1, 2, on the top of our light gray wool. Then right here, what we're going to do is that we're going to grab our light gray wool, we're going to place 1 block, followed by 2 white stained clays, and then 1, 2, 3 of our white stained clays with a light gray wool on top. So make sure you guys have this so far. Pause it if you guys need to. We're going to grab a red wool and we're going to place 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then light gray wool, 2 red wools, 3 red wools, light gray wool, 2 red wools, and then up top we're going to go all the way up, stopping 1 block short, so it should be 3 blocks. And then this one is going to be 4 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 more to the left. Now with this, we're going to go from here straight up until you stop 1 block short off the top. And this one, same thing, straight up, but it's going to go 1 block higher. And then 1 block to the right. We're going to grab our yellow wool and we're going to place 2 blocks, 1, 2, followed by 2 blocks, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. So make sure you guys have, made a mistake. Take those 2 blocks out. So that's the shape it should look like. So 2 blocks, then 3 blocks, then 2 blocks. After that, we're going to grab our white stained clay and we're going to place 1, 2, there we go, 3, 4. This one's going to go to the right. And then here, what we're going to do is that we're going to do that same shape. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We're going to grab our light gray wool, then our dark gray wool, then our light gray wool, then our dark gray wool. We're going to grab our white stained clay, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to grab our light stained gray clay. What am I saying? Our light gray stained clay, and we're going to place 2 blocks. That's going to be his hand. We did a lot, so let's take a step back, and let's just take a little break. Make sure we're all at the same, like, pace. You guys are caught up, and you have everything that you see on your screen should also be on yours, so. After you guys are all caught up, we can begin with this arm. For this arm, we're going to grab our white stained clay, and we're going to place 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1 right here. Now we're going to do the same yellow thing we did over there, like his shoulder pads. So 1, 2, and then, whoops, messed up. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Awesome. We're going to grab our white stained clay, and we're going to place 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 extra 1 down there just because. We're going to grab our light gray wool, actually our gray wool, and we're going to place 1, 2, and then a 3rd block goes here. Now our light gray wool that I mentioned earlier goes here and here. Then back to our hand, we're going to grab our white stained clay, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in this gap of 2, we're going to grab our light gray stained clay, placing those 2 blocks. So now let's take a step back. We're going to go over our inventory before we take a little break, and we're going to grab just our regular clay. So we got to find that block. Where could that block be? There we go. Here it is. And we're going to get rid of the yellow because we no longer need yellow. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to go to the back of the pig, and we're just going to place this block all in the back, because that's going to be his neck. Now make sure to pause it if you guys need to. We're going to grab our, whoops, double tap they fell off the sky. We're going to grab our clay, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, followed by our white stained clay. 1, 2, 3. And then what we're going to do, it's back here, we are going to grab our white stained clay goes here, here, and then clay, clay. Now here comes a really tricky part, but what we're going to do is that we're just going to do it twice. So 2 blocks here, clay, clay, light gray stained clay, then white stained clay, white stained clay, white stained clay. Now here comes the tricky part. We're going to move that whole nose up 1 block forward. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. That's going to be his nose, and it's going to be sticking out 1 block forward. Now we're going to continue right here. We're going to grab our white wool, and we're going to place 1 block, and then 2 white stained clays right below it. 1, 2, and then right here we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So it should be 4 starting here, but it's 5 if you count it all the way on the bottom. So after that, we're going to add another 4 blocks right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And next to this guy, what we're going to do is that we're going to place 2 white stained clays. 1, 2. White wool, light gray wool. So now let's go to this side, because this side needs some white wool and our light gray wool. So let's take a step back, because that part was a little bit complicated, but it's going to start making sense in a little bit once we add his like bandana and his little piggy ears and everything else. So pause it if you guys need to. Now what we're going to do is that starting right here, we're going to grab our white stained clay, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. And then right here, we're going to place 1 block. That's what that side should look like. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or actually just 3. Sorry about that. And then over here, here's our 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1 more block right here. You can see he's coming to life right now. All that we're going to do now is his purple bandana on the top of his head and his ears. Then we'll be done. So let's go grab our purple wool, which we have right here. And we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then right here, what we're going to do is that we're going to place 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, whoops, 3, 4. Now let's do it on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to do a row right here, bringing this all the way over here until it meets this little body here. Now, what we're going to do, this part's going to be kind of cool. I just find it cool. It's not really cool at all. But we're going to go grab our blue stained clay, and we're going to place it in our clay spot because we no longer need clay. And we're going to go back here, and we're going to place 3 right where the hole should be. So that way it just looks darker, and it's still a purple, so it looks really cool. Alrighty, now back to the piggy. We're going to grab our white stained clay, and we're just going to make a whole row. And then we're going to make another row. Now, 1 block here. Then we're going to switch over to our light gray stained clay, and we're going to begin with his ear. So we're going to place 1, 2, and 3. Then he needs an earring because this is a bad pig. It's bad to the bone. So we're going to grab our gray wool, and we're going to place 2. That's his piercing and his earring. Then 2 white stained clays and a white stained clay here. Then we're going to do another row, like so. Stopping 1 block short. Then here's the beginning of our ear. We're going to grab our light gray stained clay, and we're going to place 3 blocks. He does not have an earring on this side. He just only has it on that ear. So we're going to continue with white stained clay. And our white stained clay goes here. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 3 blocks. And then 1, 2. And over here we're going to add 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2. And then in this big gap right here, we're going to grab our purple wool, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So in all, it should be 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, we need to take a step back. Make sure you guys have this so far, because all that is left to do is his ponytail. And let's just begin with that right away. We're going to grab our purple wool, which we should still have in our hand, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. A block goes here, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we're gonna place 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here, we're gonna place 2 blocks, 2 underneath, and then we're gonna place 1 here and to the right, taking this one out. And after that, we should be done with Bebop. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure to give it a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't, so you can stay up to date with all our newest videos. And if you want to learn how to build Shredder, Donatello, or Leonardo, over there, I mean, that's not Leonardo, that's Raphael. If you want to learn how to build those fellas, make sure to look down in the description, because I'll put a link to those tutorials. So once again, thank you so much for watching. This was William from Rocket Zero. We'll see you next time. We're going to build him next.